WWE Fan Talk Show here. Today we're taking a look at another Ringside Collectibles unboxing, and we're going to be reviewing the WWE Summerslam 2022 Elite Series. You can go to Ringside Collectibles and use discount code TANNER, TANNER, all caps, to save 10% at checkout. Yeah, again, this is a SummerSlam set, so every single figure that we are getting in this series is based off of a SummerSlam match. So we're going to take a closer look at this first figure right here. For example, this is the Randy Orton that everybody's been looking forward to. The Elite version for a long time. This is when he won his first ever World Heavyweight Championship. I believe this is when he was considered the youngest World Heavyweight Champion. And he has those classic orange trunks. Everybody's been wanting to get this figure for so long. And I remember there was a couple lines. I don't know if they were top picks or I can't remember. But they're like, it was a particular series. I think it was like the Fan Takeover series where we got to vote on which figure we wanted, and this was one of the options, but they didn't give it to us, even though clearly everybody wanted it more. So, pretty crazy. But we do have this brand new Randy Orton in the orange trunks. We also get the Sensational Sherry, which I don't have a Sensational Sherry, so it's pretty cool that we are getting this one right here. And then we have one of the most iconic Rey Mysterios. I believe this is the Rey Mysterio based on his ladder match with Eddie Guerrero for custody over Dominic. So we're going to have to take a closer look at that one. And then last and certainly not least, we have another Shawn Michaels. And one of my biggest complaints in the past was that we never got, or we haven't been getting a lot of the pants Shawn Michaels. Like the 2000s Shawn Michaels, like with the pants. So we are getting that now, and I'm pretty excited for it. So we're going to dive in and take a closer look at each and every one of these figures. Here we have the Randy Orton out of the packaging, taking an up-close look. He does come with the World Heavyweight Championship, which has a rubber band attached to it so he can hold it in that pose. And this, as you can see, is not the typical Randy Orton that we get, the more modern-day look. This is his classic look where he didn't have all those tattoos yet. But there are some tattoos throughout, but just not all of them, full sleeves or anything like that. This is one of the oldest ones. I think there is more on this tattoo now if you look at it, but I'm not sure. But the thing that everybody's looking for in this figure, not the tattoos, not the head scan, but the trunks right here. And I know everybody's going to be doing fix-ups with this Randy Orton. They're going to be doing customs with this Randy Orton just for the trunks right there with the silver and the orange. But everything else we have pretty much seen before, other than the double jointed arms. But we have seen this head sculpt before, and the legs and the boots and the knee pads. But the coolest thing about this figure are the iconic trunks. Now this Randy Orton not only comes with the World Heavyweight Championship, but also comes with Dominic's button-up Velcro t-shirt. It comes with the body of Dominic and Randy Orton hands. Next up, we have the Sensational Sherry, and I am not the biggest fan of this character in wrestling back in the day, but I gotta say that this is an awesome action figure right here. She looks totally freaking cool. There's a lot of new sculpting, and I think this is a lot of for the old-fashioned collectors. A lot of WWF fans out there are gonna really want this figure right here, but she's got her high heels, got the hearts right there. All of this is sculpted, by the way. Very impressive. And then we have the back right there, all sculpted out, all the hearts throughout. Her head scan looks very nice. Now, again, I don't know too much about this particular character, but, you know, I got to get the entire set. I'm just a completionist. I like to have every single figure in a certain line. And I think this is a very awesome figure, and it's going to be cool to add to my Legends display. But overall, very awesome, Sensational Sherry. She does come with some alternate hands. There are some mic holding hands that we have seen before. And then she also comes with Dominic's little goofy-looking legs. I think this is Mattel's first shot at giving a little kid action figure. And I think that just looks very silly, and we're just going to have to take a closer look at it at the end of the video review. Next up, we have Shawn Michaels. Now, this is probably one of the coolest figures in the set besides the Randy Orton, in my opinion. This particular figure is based off of his match against Hulk Hogan at SummerSlam, and this thing is filled with details. Yes, it is primarily black and white, but there are little hints of silver throughout, which is very cool. And he also does come with his entrance gear, which you can unplug. Is it over here? Yeah, you unplug it right over here. It's like a little tab, and you plug it in. And it's just the basic Daniel Bryan torso that we've gotten in the past that we do get with all the Shawn Michaels figures. On the back right there, we see all the other studs and all the designs. Looking very cool. And this does continue down to his his pants as well. And I'm not sure if we've seen this head sculpt before. I think we have. I think it's interesting that we get some of these head sculpts sometimes when they're just very plain and just straight-faced. And I guess this works for certain poses if you want to pose them a certain way. Especially because now you're getting with the Mattel figures, you are getting removable heads. So it's going to be easier now to customize them if you want to. And another cool thing about the Shawn Michaels is we do get double jointed arms. But overall, Shawn Michaels looks very cool. He does come with some entrance pose hands with the hands open. Ricochet hands that we've gotten in the past. And he does come with Dominic's arms right here. And the final figure we have in the set is this Rey Mysterio. Based off of his match, I do believe, where he fought for the custody of his son, Dominic. As you can see in the background, we are building the Dominic right over here, so we're going to get to that at the very end of the video review. But he does come with some accessories. He comes with the briefcase, which I do believe the custody papers were in. And then he does come with some mic holding hands. Now, the only thing that bothers me about this figure is that you look over here, and he has texture on his hands, but the alternate hands are giant and don't match the fist size. I mean, look at how much bigger these mic holding hands are compared to the fists. It's just not realistic. Plus, that the mic holding hands are just flat black, like there's no texture on them. So that's something I would love to see, Mattel. If you could add texture on the fists, or texture on the mic holding hands like you do on the fists, that would be cool. But taking a closer look at this Rey Mysterio, he does have a navy blue look, and he does have the shirt up top, which says 619 with a circle. I do believe we have seen this head sculpt before. I think this is a reuse. Looks very nice, nothing too crazy. There's the back of the mask. Little smudge of paint right there, not a big deal. And then we have 619 written over here for San Diego. And then the other side, we have his design, which I do believe is on... It's not on the back of his mask. These are two completely different designs. But very cool. And then we also get these baby blue elbow pads, which looks very nice, as well as the white kicks. So overall, a very cool Rey Mysterio. This is the same formula we've seen with the other Rey Mysterios in the past. So nothing too crazily new, but it's awesome to get this figure finally from that particular iconic match against Eddie Guerrero. And then we also get the head scan for Dominic, which looks just like little kid Dominic. Alrighty guys, so let's take a closer look at this Dominic. He is fully built right here. He does have a clock t-shirt, and it is Velcroed, so you can't open it and reveal the little body torso of Dominic, which looks totally hilarious. He does come with the white wife beater. I think that's hilarious. I think it's crazy that they didn't just give us a sculpted look for Dominic for the shirt, but you know what? We do like cloth t-shirts, and this does look more realistic this way. Something that kills me about this... No, I'm knocking all the figures over. Something that kills me about this figure is how silly this looks. But if you do compare him... Oh my goodness. If you do compare Dominic next to the other figures, he does look like a little kid, so I do think proportionately it looks pretty good. And he also does have, I don't think it's double jointed up here, but it is double jointed knees, which is nice to see. They did not limit any articulation just because it is a smaller figure. But this looks just like little Dominic with his dad right here. This is freaking awesome and something that people can have on display. And it would be really cool to have a little comparison of older Dominic, which we do have an older Dominic, and older Rey Mysterio. Father, son, which now Dominic's like up here compared to Rey Mysterio. But again, this is a very good set. I think this is one of the best SummerSlam sets we've gotten yet, especially because we got that orange shorts Randy Orton right here with the trunks. Looks freaking awesome. This is by far my favorite figure in the set, and the one I think everybody's going to be picking up. If I had to pick up a second figure, it might be the Shawn Michaels or the Rey Mysterio, but the Sensational Sherry is also very cool. So I recommend picking up this entire set at Ringside Collectibles using discount code Tanner, TANNER, all caps, save 10% at checkout. Thanks for watching, guys. WWE Fan Talk Show.